Can't get the turkey quite right? Don't throw out your holiday plans just yet, because there's one surprising method you can use to get the perfect bird every time. The end of the year brings joyous celebrations, the fellowship of friends and family, and a wonderful bounty of holiday banquets resplendent with food and drink. Alas, for the inexperienced, the coming of the holiday season also means the nightmare of attempting to properly cook a whole turkey.
Hey, did you get the turkey bacon? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Still, there is one bizarre tip that might just help you out. Pour a load of boiling water over that sucker before you cook it. The basic goal is to cause the skin to shrink and contract so as to lessen the moisture on its surface and the fat beneath it, as both are impediments to crispiness. The heat of the boiling water neatly accomplishes all these objectives, removing the element of chance from the cooking process and guaranteeing a mouth-watering result. Moisture, though necessary for succulence, is actually your enemy when it comes to getting food crispy and brown. Water turns to steam at high heat, and steaming makes food damp. When roasting poultry, you can start things out right by thoroughly drying the bird prior to cooking. However, this will only impact the outside of the turkey's skin and does nothing to address the moisture and fat underneath it. Though pouring hot water over the bird may seem to contradict the drying process, it's a crucial step because it warms the skin, coaxing out excess moisture and fat, eliminating what would otherwise remain trapped beneath it. To help your turkey skin lose even more moisture, you do well to learn from roasters of Peking duck, a dish that's renowned for its crisp exterior. They loosen the skin from the meat before pouring the hot water over it. Creating this extra space allows more fat to render out from the skin, and it also provides a good opportunity to add any herbs or spices you might use to flavor the bird. Simply use your fingers, starting at the neck opening, pushing the skin up all along the breast meat. Don't bother with adding butter under the skin, though, as the hot water will melt it away. Here are some key pointers for the successful execution of this method. Firstly, it's crucial to ensure that your turkey is completely thawed. Otherwise, your efforts will be more or less wasted.
Hey, look at that, it's ready.
Frozen meat contains internal ice crystals that will melt during the thawing process, reintroducing moisture to the skin. Additionally, if you have a preference for stuffing your turkey, it's advisable to do so after the boiling water treatment. This prevents any additional moisture from affecting your delectable stuffing, keeping it dry and avoiding the risk of sogginess. And as for brined birds, regardless of whether you've opted for a dry brine or wet brine, the hot water technique is a handy tool for achieving that coveted crispy skin. Moreover, the hot water shower serves an additional benefit when it comes to dry brined birds. It effectively rinses away any dry brine spices that could otherwise risk burning during the roasting process. Of course, it's always worth remembering that you need to apply that scalding water to your bird with both safety and efficiency in mind. There are two primary methods: pouring boiling water over the turkey or dunking it in boiling water. When it comes to whole birds, we'd probably advise against the latter option. You need to use an exceptionally large stock pot to accommodate the turkey, for one thing, and it'll take a significant amount of time for all that water to come to a boil. Rather than attempting to submerge the turkey, a more practical approach is to securely position a rack large enough to accommodate it over or inside the sink. Gradually pour boiling water over the turkey, ensuring you turn it to expose all of the skin to the scalding process. Your goal is to see the turkey's skin shrinking and becoming translucent. Once this transformation is achieved, thoroughly pat it dry using paper towels. With the bird now prepped and your appetite whetted, it's time to cook and savor the anticipation of enjoying some deliciously crisp skin.